Story time on back in the days when I was younger, before I got prego. Um, I was being a bit of a rebellious kid because of my background. Um, it wasn't that bad, but it was a lot of bumps in the road, right? And I was one of them kids that just I don't know if I was looking for a love, looking for a fit. I don't know what it was, but I just wanted to be outside all the time, right? And I will often always find myself in the wrong places, being a young, hard headed kid and what have you, right? So I started getting attention from the little boys, and it was exciting to me because growing up, when I was very, very young, just coming maybe in my late single digits, going into my early double digits, I didn't think I was attractive. Things that young girls go through. They look at the other girls and kind of wish they looked like them and stuff like that. And I think that's kind of normal, sad to say, but it's kind of normal sometimes. With little girls, they look at their friends and their surroundings, and you know. So, I started hanging with the wrong crowd. I was an A+ student. I was in top classes. Teachers, they used to love the fact that I was smart. I caught on quick, but I started getting distracted. Living in the hood, that's what happens. So I started getting attention from the guys, like I earlier said, and being in the wrong areas of town. And so this is kind of triggering, and I don't mean to trigger anybody, but I remember one time I was talking to this guy. He was much older than me, um, and he's the reason he kind of like saved me. But I was walking around just outside, being young, outside, summer day, and these girls, they was really mean, really rugged, the kind of girls that you would not want your daughter to be with. So they called me upstairs, and I just want to take this time to say to all the, especially the young girls, do not be nowhere where your parents don't know where you at. So they called me upstairs, and I was excited, like they calling me, them, they calling me upstairs. So I was excited. I'm young, like okay. So I went upstairs. So things started feeling weird, and I'm like, what's going on? So next thing you know, the girls, they started beating on me because they were saying that, um I was flirting with their boyfriend, or I like their boyfriend, and I'm like, who? No, I don't, which was a lie. And at the time when this particular guy was flirting with me, he wasn't even with this female. But she had heard what happened a while ago before they got involved, and I guess she didn't like it for whatever reason. That messed with her, that bothered her. That was weird. So she was like, "Oh, you like my man, and you this," and I'm like, "What is she talking about?" And I didn't even know they was together. So the guys was up there. They came from like around the kitchen area, or whatever, and I'm like, "What's getting ready to go on here?" Next thing I know, I think they turned the lights off. Something like that. I think they turned the lights off. Next you know, they all just started hitting me. Boom, boom, boom. And I was, like I said earlier in my other video, I was small for a long part of my life. But I'm taking it, I'm blocking it, I'm blocking it. I'm remembering what my grandfather used to teach me about blocking and stuff like that. So I'm blocking it, I'm blocking it. That's all I can do. At the same time, the guys, they pulling and yanking on my clothes, trying to pull my pants down. Hold on. Ooh, I didn't know it was gonna bother me because it was so long ago, like 100 years ago. Like I said, I was in I was just getting into my double digits in age, right? Uh, that's why I said to the young girls, listen to your parents, do what you gotta do. But don't mind the tears, y'all. I'm just emotional. I'm gonna get through this story. So they punching on me and I'm blocking the guys, they pulling on my pants, and I'm saying to myself, well, if this is her man, why is she allowing him to pull on my clothes? It was so weird to me. I just couldn't understand that. So I'm getting through. They hitting me with belt buckles, sticks, anything they could get their hands on. Plus, they was just jealous of me anyway, because even though my grandfather was raising us and stuff like that, I still had a decent home, even with the wildness, right? I still had a decent home. My grandfather made sure I was clean, house was clean, food in the house. Um, so it was probably jealousy anyway, right? And these was the girls. These are the type of girls. Like I said, I don't want to trigger nobody. If I'm triggering somebody, then this. I'm so sorry. I'm just telling my story. But these are the kind of girls don't have no family. They living off the streets. They living off boys. Living here and there. So they beating on me. They got belt buckles, everything, and I'm just blocking it. I got one hand on my pants, one hand blocking it, and I'm handling it, right? I'm dealing with it, right? So it was this other girl. We wasn't in a good space, but okay, the guy that I was dealing with, he knew I went up there, so he like, yo, where so and so, where's Strawberry? 'Cause, where's she at? Where's she at? And so they like, she up here. So this other girl that I knew, we wasn't in a good space, but she still looked out for me kinda. So they like kind of shoved me in a closet because they didn't want him to see me, because they know he would have been upset because he knew them. And he'd have probably been upset, like, y'all knew this is my little girlfriend. Why would y'all do this to me? So the girl eased the closet door open so that he could see me. And when he saw me, he like, yo, what's going on? Boom, boom, boom. So that's how I was able to get out of there. Oh, man. So, I ran home, told my parents, told my mother and everything. We went to the precinct. It was a whole big thing. The police was looking for them for a while, but these are kids on the street, so you're not going to really find them. And it wasn't, I guess the things wasn't as savvy as it is now, so it was hard. But then things wore off, years got old and everything. And like decades down the line, one of the guys seen me on social media, was trying to be my friend. I'm like, boy, bye. Bye. No, I don't accept your apology at all. And I just pray that nothing like that happens to nobody you love. But yeah, that's my story, y'all. It's I got more stories. I had a bit of a crazy life growing up. Um, don't mind the tears. I didn't think it was gonna hit me like that. Um, but thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, be my friend. I got more stories to tell. And everybody have a blessed day. And to the young girls, like I said, listen to your parents. Stay away from the wrong crowd. Please. Bye, y'all. Ooh, this was hard. I didn't think it was going to hit me like this. It's been so long ago, but I'm human. Have a blessed day.